Well met, lords and ladies, Jacob Butter speaking, and welcome back to another episode of... So yeah, we have returned, and yeah, yesterday was quite the day for me. A lot of stuff going down on Discord at the same time as my computer not processing a video that I needed out on that day, the 11th anniversary of the channel. But hey, at least it was all out on time for certain people, aka most of my audience who are in the US. So you know what? I will take that. But yeah, in a couple of days, I do have a driving lesson, which means that I will not be doing a stream tomorrow because I want to be rested for that. And at the moment, I am currently not very well rested after yesterday. So yeah, this time we're it's going to be a bit of a well, hopefully a much more mellow stream. I feel like a lot of people, a lot of people seem to need this right now after what happened, but they're not really here, so it didn't really work out that way. But yeah, we're just gonna have a nice time, nice bit of blues pops, and if there is time, if I deem that there is time, then we will go into a bonus video, which is also to do with an anniversary. And also, speaking of anniversaries, we have another anniversary, this time of somebody's birth into this universe, and that being Treat Pop. So happy birthday to Treat Pop. All right. And with that concluded, I sent a link to BB, but she is not here. So I guess we'll get going. Chop chop on a time crunch, am I right? Okay. So let's see. Let it load. Here we go. Blues Pops Season 2, Episode 1, Rhyme Land. I would have called it Rhyme Realm, personally, but, you can't have it all in this world, can you? But in any case, it seems like this is one about, based on the description, some nursery rhyme characters. So I guess there's that. It's another one of those classic isekais where we get the pops interacting with some famous figures, and I guess it's one way to kick off what's going on, because I did rewatch the season finale of season 1, which, by the way, people don't know is on this channel. It's just part of another like an editing video at the same time. It's like tacked on at the end, so it's a bit difficult to find, unfortunately, but it's there, I promise. But yeah, if people don't remember what happened in that video, there at the end of it, we get the actual well, not really the shipwreck necessarily. That part kind of got skipped, probably because of budgetary reasons. But we did get the final a skirmish between themselves and the pirates. And also, a clue is to the fact that the Zodiac seem to have split after all these years, but Winterpop wanted to try and revive the search for the Elogem, which is what they were trying to look for before getting separated. Now, I would have thought that the Zodiacs, in the 10 years between the Blues Pop being separated and being reunited, that they would have retrieved that, and probably would have either been taken down by another group of pops somewhere else by Majesty, or they would have had to or they would have, I guess, taken over the world. And they seem to have gone their separate ways now. At least Castor and Pollux have. So either things aren't going well for them, or they've been spending the last 10 years without any meaningful progress up until the moment the Blues Pops seem to return. And I'm not sure which one it is. That doesn't necessarily invite too many good possibilities, but then again, it says too early to judge because we are on the first frame of this video. Oh yeah, I probably should say hi to everyone else who's in the chat currently who's been here. So again, Queen Lisa, I'm just going to shorten your name for right now. I'm going to try that every single time and fail. So there's Josh as well. There's Johnny. And I've already mentioned Treat Pop. And I believe also... I could have sworn... Oh, there we go. I was going to say, I saw like one message from KW. I was like, where are you? There you are. It's like, Did she just vanished when the world needed her most? She vanished. Anywho, all right. I guess let's begin. Without further ado, on with the review. Okay, new intro. Interestingly, I think this is like a very similar tempo and also instrumentation to the last intro. If I don't remember what that was. The one was like da 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 da. Yeah. Oh, okay, my bad. BB's here. I guess for some reason I didn't register. All right, there you go.
Hey, yeah, I thought he was just rambling on and on because he was leading into like a joke or something. I didn't realize he actually just didn't know I was here.
No, apparently both you and KW are invisible today to differing degrees. Good to know.
What else is new?
Yeah, I don't know. Oh yeah, so like I was saying, yeah, same general instrumentation. Weirdly enough, none of them I would classify as blues music necessarily. You think if for a custom intro, there would be something. I'm sure the audio library has a couple of blues tracks that are in there. You know, if you rummage far enough, I suppose. Actually, there is a way to search by genre on the YouTube library. I don't tend to use it myself because most of the audio that I put on videos is done in the editing phase, not like the YouTube audio uploaded part. So it doesn't really help me most of the time. But I don't know, maybe. Oh, okay, yeah. So yeah, KW was
yeah, KW sent that like a second after you brought me in.
No, okay then.
Of course, due to the delay, it does very much look like KW reminded you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, sure, 1 second. I'm sending a link and I'm also vibing with the music. Oh.
Those blue pops managed to get back together. Go on, keep going. I'll read it out for you. It'll be like an audiobook.
All right.
But how? It was impossible. But I have a plan that will keep them out of the way forever.
I mean, to be fair, the last plan was like a 10-year success rate, quite honestly. But also, but also, like, I think this might be I don't recognize the design. Maybe I just forgot what all the Zodiacs looked like because there were 13 of them. But I don't recognize this particular figure right here. Maybe this is Ares without the mask on. I'm not really sure.
This is not how I picture Ares looking, for the record.
Dionysus, perhaps, at a stretch. Oh wait, I forgot. Sorry, it's Ares, like with an I, the zodiac sign, not the.
No, this is wordplay. It's fine. No, this is like Gen Z, maybe a bit queer Pan.
Oh no! What?
Potentially.
Am I wrong, KW? I mean, look at him.
No, that's why I'm kind of disappointed because you're not wrong.
Okay. I mean, Pan takes on many forms, so.
Very true.
Yeah. Oh, okay, it's Capricorn, which makes more sense, actually, yeah, with the horns.
Oh, no wonder Peter Pan is called Peter Pan, because he's Pan.
Yeah, but for the record, I believe that B was referring to the god of the wild, not Peter Pan, but sure.
Yeah, I'm not talking about Peter Pan.
I know you're not talking about Peter Pan. I just want to make a different joke, baby.
Okay.
I do like
None of us are on the same page today. Of course you do. After all, I'm the best of the Zodiacs.
Oh, I misread that for a second, where I thought he said, after all, I am all the Zodiacs, and I was like, oh, okay, Ray.
I mean, that would make him Pan, actually, wouldn't it? in a sense. More wordplay on top of that, if you go with
I am all the Jedi. Okay, sure.
So he's gone onto the plan. Ladies, there's a villain running loose in the park.
Oh, really?
Not poisoning pigeons this time, I presume.
I love how casual Majesty looks in this.
I mean, does she not usually?
Not really, no.
Huh. Okay then. Oh, brother, what are they doing?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks.
I was thinking that too. All I know is that they are running around in the park. You must stop them. Hold on, so this is a villain having like an off day, just, frolicking in the park for a bit, enjoying the scenery, and this is what Majesty's like, they must be stopped immediately.
They're on paid vacation, though, Majesty. Wrong, they are on paid evil.
Yeah, who pays their salaries? The League of Evil.
But they get really good pay. I think they get more than we do, actually. In fact, we don't even have paid vacation. Hey, Majesty, can we get paid vacation?
Well, in the interest of diffusing the rumor that crime doesn't pay. Anyway. Okay, Majesty, we'll go and stop them. I like to think that's being sarcastic, but that's like, okay, Majesty, we'll go and stop them.
They go, and the villain's just helping out like a local dog shelter.
Yeah. There is a solid JJ video that is just that joke over and over again. It's like all of the the Legion of all Batman's villains to have a day off at the same time, so they're just out doing random stuff, and Batman's just like, "It's over, Joker. What are you doing? Community service." Wait, no, just you were send us? No, I just like doing it. It's my day off, Batman. It's like, what?
Where's my car, Bruce?
It's Sunday, don't you know?
Bane and the Riddler. It's up to no good, I presume. Actually, I'm a personal trainer, Batman. Different Bane, I think it was the Russian Bane voice, but that's the only one I can do.
Drug addict all the same.
Okay.
Or you want to go on a cruise this Spawn? I also hi, Spawn.
They're gonna avoid cruises for the rest of their lives. They're gonna have a fear of the ocean stronger than Finn the human.
I love how your laugh has slowly evolved from a bird to you falling off a cliff.
Kind of sounds like ghosties, actually.
What?
That's what happened to. I mean,
before it was like a bird call, and now it's
Hi, Eli. Glad you're watching this in a train from Melbourne.
Thing is what I expect to hear after a certain amount of time of you laughing.
If Majesty pays me, can I get a job? I mean, do you really want to work for Majesty?
No,
dude, I'm sure she don't pay them at all.
I'm not sure what, but even if she does pay them, I'm not sure if the health benefits are existent.
Exactly.
It's like there's health negatives. That's the list of things you have. Anyway, also I do remind people that Tree Pop, the character, is actually one of the only pops that I've seen that's not recruited by Majesty, and just kind of found a random power up on the ground, and also has access to a spaceship. As one does, it happens.
Oh no! Bond says you're the one to talk, baby. If you have a good laugh, you sound like a duck.
Oh, you haven't heard Jay's laugh from back in the day.
Yeah, well, ducks are adorable, so there you have it.
Penguins are cuter.
I suppose. All right, then.
A strangled duck.
Oh, yeah, no. After hearing Jay's laugh from back in the day, that really, sets my threshold for duck laughs. Honestly, his laugh was... like an actual laugh. But yeah. Again, who are you?
Peter Pan. That's what his name is.
I was gonna say I wouldn't be too offended if I were Capricorn because it has been 10 years and they did have amnesia.
Okay, why are the sleeves different from a shirt? I get you're trying to mix with the blue and the green, but
Because I'm evil. I have an affront to fashion. Evil fashion.
But Majesty will appear in the British pop series.
I mean, that's fair
Oh,
enough. Yeah.
no.
I mean, it's not like you have to, stick to the tradition of not being trained by Majesty. I feel like, I'm sort of basically like, if I end up writing parody pops at any point, I'm going back and forth on the idea of having Majesty be the person to recruit them, or to have it be just literally just somebody else that is parodying Majesty. I don't know yet, and that's one thing that I constantly like go back and forth on in my head.
Wait, is British pops a real thing?
It will be. I feel myself like someone trying to do a maniacal laugh. Ah, that's fine. BB's got you covered there too. If you want to get scared by that again. Anyway, what's his name? Capri Sun. No, that can't be it. Wow. Capri Sun? I am way better than that. I am at least Sunny D. And the name is Capricorn. Ah, that's what it was. Anyway, Capricorn, can you stop whatever it was you were doing? What, you mean running around in the park harmlessly? Sure, I guess. Please. I wasn't doing anything. Exactly!
What? What?
But Matchy said there was someone that needed to be stopped.
Thank you, Bon. I appreciate you saying that I have a good evil laugh. Although you do bring up, you also forgot about the British pops. I have to ask, who is on the British pops? Like Guy Fawkes? Who's?
I mean, he's dead. I don't. I mean, I presume they're going to be new characters, because unless Tree Pop wants to do what Johnny does and like spin off a couple of people, or like introduce them in like, in like a backdoor pilot or something.
Yeah, but they have
I hope
to,
it's not the case, because episode 10 is long enough already for season 4. It's like it is way too long at this point. So yeah,
but
no need.
pops represent some. I mean, like what? Like tea and crumpets pops? I mean, who's? What does a British pop mean?
Okay, if you're talking specifically about like the genre of music that they represent, then I guess technically Britpop has been used as like a genre of music at times. Honestly, like usually there's like subtle differences in like what in like what kind of subgenres trend over here. So it's kind of like It's like, for example, saying like, oh yeah, you've got like London grime and you have Boston grime or something like that. They're both grime, I suppose, by definition, but people will tell the difference if they're into grime, I suppose. And I guess in the same case with like British pop and American pop.
Oh my god!
What?
It's ultimately two apples from the same tree, but they taste slightly different.
But I just don't get it.
You don't get anything.
I mean, it's kind of like saying K-pop is regular pop. It's like, I mean, it again derived from the same.
Yeah, basically.
Although in that case, it's more like an orange on the neighboring tree, but still the same idea.
Yeah, because basically K-pop just means Korean pop. It's pop music that that's in Korean, the language. And
yeah, but who's
okay? Now that's gonna set the precedent that like there's a language difference between British pop and American pop where there isn't.
I didn't mean. I just saying like, what the term K-pop
there is.
means.
Yeah, one's British and the other's Americanese.
There are some people that think American is a language.
It's true. I now admittedly this was elementary, but I still had an argument with someone in elementary one time about that.
Yeah, I can guess that. Anyway, yeah.
Wait,
so
who would be on the British or American pops team? Like, what does that mean?
Like new people, BB. This is a fictional world. We can put whoever they want on there. But I'm pretty sure Tree Pop's going to invent new characters to.
No, they're not. No, they're not. Oh my god, Tasman and Isla are going to be the British pops.
Oh. Wait, what? Okay, now I'm confused because Tamsin and Isla are currently well, I guess they don't really have a name, I suppose. They're just Treat Pop and Trust Pop respectively, or Izzy Pop, I think was the because like a variation. Honestly, I'm confused by that anyway. Like who's Izzy Pop? But like, yeah, I guess they don't have like an official group name, I suppose. Which I guess means that my statement about Treat Pop being one of the only pops not recruited by Majesty now doesn't hold water, because if they're going to be the same people, then I guess that kind of ruins that. But okay. All right.
I guess, but like, still, it's just like, really? Just really? I prefer new characters, to be honest. You don't need to bring in the same old characters.
But what?
You know?
Okay, well then make a new character. What are you gonna call the new character? What is their pop name? I don't get it.
Well, okay, well that's something that we can find out in the show. It's not like it's impossible to come up with something for that.
Okay, I was gonna
In due
say,
time.
I was like, if you mean like character names as in like their regular everyday lives names, we can think of names that are usually known in the European culture. Is that the right term for it? I
Nope,
don't.
I've never heard the word Uperian in my life, so no. But
What you mean is European, and that is not a country.
no, and also if we're talking about like British names specifically, well, I mean, for the most part, at least in England, the names are kind of similar. You get some variations in Scotland, Ireland, and Wales, respectively. So I suppose you could combine those. I mean, if anything, you have
Oh man,
you have 4 separate countries that comprise like for 3 that represent like the island of Britain, because that's kind of the difference between like Britain and the United Kingdom. There's like a whole technicality there. So I guess you could have one from England, one from Scotland, one from Wales.
I
Until
really
Scotland
hope
get through the
that
referendum, but until that point, you're fine.
I really hope that they
Europe is
tackle.
not a country. I just meant I don't know what the right term was for like names that you will
British.
probably.
English. If you want to get more specific in different places, Scottish, Welsh.
Yeah.
I mean, but I really hope they tackle the whole Ireland conundrum then, because I think that would be crazy.
No.
Yeah, I guess it does depend, because obviously, like Britain versus United Kingdom, people use them interchangeably, but they're not technically the same thing, because Britain is the island.
Well, it's not just that, but you guys only have half of Ireland. The other half hates your guts.
It's not even half, actually. It's like less than half.
Oh, well,
It's like a chunk.
the bits that you guys don't have want you dead. So I'd be really interested in seeing if they touch on the Ireland aspect, because that could be a really fun conflict.
I mean, it depends. Usually within the well, I honestly, I will say as well, on a personal level, having met different Irish people, they don't usually hold a grudge against like individual people. At least the current generation don't. And
No,
also,
they
we had
hate the
inside the
country and the
pops
government
themselves.
itself.
It's inside the pops groups themselves. It is actually very uncommon to have interpersonal drama of that nature. Because remember, we did have an Israeli pop like a while ago. I mean, she died, but she was still there for a bit. So.
Okay,
And that never seemed to, bother anyone.
Wait.
No, I mean, it's like there could be 2 Irelands, right? Like, see what you can do with that.
What?
Actually, weird enough, there some people like in Northern Ireland, they want to try to consider themselves to be Irish, plainly. So actually, they have more of a connection to the rest of Ireland than they do to the United Kingdom. That would mostly be how that would go. It would kind of be like pitted against like the others. But anyway, that's, I guess, pop at some other point. And like I said at the beginning of this video, I don't want to get into too much of a delay this time, because I'm trying to get some rest. But anyway.
Great heavens, Pop!
Yes, good buddy. Bloke pop might be a bit difficult, because bloke means dude, that means guy. Like,
Well, I mean-
so
He's
we'll
just
see.
a random guy they found off the street, and
Mm.
he's like, "What do I possess to become a pop?" Oh, you're just a guy.
Also, I
Right.
just want to say Fox Puppeteer saying T-Pop, Crumpet Pop, Crisp Pop, Biscuit Pop sounds like another like pop team, like the Food Pops or something like that. It's not based on like music genre. It's based on like food.
That is a theme. It would be really funny if T-pop's if T-pop's family were actually like, you know, like originally like immigrants from India. No, she's like a
my god!
If we're gonna go for accuracy here.
I know.
Man, we're gonna have a whole arc where they address Majesty and her colonizing ways.
But Magic didn't colonize anything. What are you talking about?
Dude, she can make an art. She has a country of pops at this point.
I mean, she is next in line to rule an entire planet. She does not need to colonize anything. She's got enough.
Wow.
Okay, we'll have enough. Anyway, also they're not an independent nation. Practice. The real people need to be stopped are you guys. Okay, that's interesting. I wonder if we're going to go into like I guess a dilemma of what the pops represent and whether or not they've done more harm than good in some way. Perhaps their search for the Elo Gem has been detrimental in some way. Or he's just gonna isekai them. Yeah, sure, fine, never mind. Oh my goodness. I would have definitely put them on separate layers, personally. Anyway, just so they don't have to like revolve around each other. Well, like, but you know, sure, okay.
Oh, I wish that were timed a bit differently.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Like with the first like chime, the impact happens. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, where are we?
Wonderland.
I have no idea.
Yeah, Wonderland.
But we need to find a way back. Agreed. We can't be too long or Jessica will get worried about us. I presume they mean... Okay. I presume by Jessica, they just mean Majesty's like civilian name, like a cover name. Even though she was in Majesty form when she sent them and they're in pop form, so I should be using that name for them, but sure, I guess that kind of works. I don't know. And we don't want to be separated again. Yeah, not on your first mission back, you don't. Good point. How about we ask those two over there for directions? Good plan.
Hello? This is not the same place.
I guess Rhymeland does not operates on Lewis Carroll mechanics, I suppose.
This is man, you this doesn't look even remotely like the same place.
Oh my goodness. This is why I use camera angles. If you use the same background for something and keep it as a reveal, very optimal tactic here. Not to mention as well, they look towards the left and here they are facing the right, as if to imply that they were off towards the right of them and not like wherever they are now.
Why does the dude here look like a sailor boy?
Maybe he is a sailor boy. I get the impression that I see that might be the case. I mean, considering what the theme is. They kind of look like Hansel and Gretel, but they're not really a nursery rhyme, so I don't really know. Hey, excuse me, but we're a bit lost. Could you perhaps tell us where we are?
I wonder if they're checking.
Oh, hello there. You're in Rhineland.
Now, hold on. I have to make an argument here.
What?
That it's them saying, "Oh, you're in Rhymeland" is a little bit weird, right? Because
I mean, I said Rhyme Realm would have been a better name, but yes.
Well, no, it's just because if someone showed up to you, Jacob, you're off doing walking.
Oh yeah, that's true. I wouldn't say like "Welcome to Earth." Yeah, that's true.
Right? Like you're be like, "Oh, I'm in Liverpool." It's like, "Oh, okay."
I mean, I guess. I guess if it goes by Wonderland rules, maybe they're just aware of the realm that they're in. But anyway. No, we aren't. We just kind of fell here.
Sounds like a game. This music, I don't know where though. I just know it's from a game. I feel like, or it just sounds similar to a piece of song from the game.
I mean, that's fair. I've heard it in so many of Eli's old videos that I just, that's what I associate it with now. But yeah, probably heard these from somewhere else. Well, I don't think we're in insert hotel anymore. You're not on Earth anymore. That's the real kicker. Anyway. By the way, okay, right. So I'm guessing this is Jill.
It's
Fair
Giles.
enough.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
This
Oh
is Jill. Yeah, there we go. That makes sense.
Oh no! That nursery rhyme! No, that haunted me for years as a little kid. No.
No, I can understand that. For me, it was Rockabye Baby, but yes, I do get 100%.
That was the worst one. Who thought that was a good nursery rhyme to sing a little child? Rockabye Baby.
There's a Ryan George sketch about this very topic, actually.
Really?
Like, one person just pitching the whole song in order, and then a whole group of like executives just freaking out. It's like, what is going on in this song? Anyway, we were on a hill just up this hill to get a pail of water. It's to fetch a pail of water. How dare you?
How dare you go? How dare you?
There's probably different versions. Who am I kidding? Anyway, and my brother finally remembered to not bring his crap. Okay.
Oh my god!
Okay. To clarify, when the nursery rhyme says Jack fell down and broke his crown and Jill came tumbling after, they don't usually mean a crown that he's literally wearing on his head.
No,
I'm pretty sure it's like the crown like in your skull. That's the crown.
And that's what freaked me out because of this nursery rhyme. I learned where the crown was because I literally thought that my mom was like, "Oh no, it's your part of your skull," and I was like, "Oh," and then when I finished the nursery rhyme, I was like, "Oh." So,
this is why you always wear a helmet when you're out cycling.
You know, it's weird the amount of nursery rhymes that involve the damage of one's own head.
Again, it's big helmets propaganda.
Right, it's so true. I mean, you got Humpty Dumpty.
Big helmet.
You have Humpty Dumpty. You have the monkeys jumping on the bed. I mean, you got Jack and Jill. I mean, you know,
Scotland
big helmet
has
I think has gone away with far too much.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah, most likely they need to be stopped. Yeah, that's the truth. That's a conspiracy.
I don't think monkeys on the bed is a nursery rhyme.
Pretty sure it is.
Yeah, nursery rhyme doesn't have to be old.
Well,
I mean, the wheels on the bus must be at least as young as, automobiles themselves, like public transportation. So,
Okay, yes, I when I think of nursery rhymes, I mean like the classics. So that's why I'm like the monkey on the bed. Like, I can see it as a nursery rhyme, but I just keep thinking of like the classic ones. That's like really old.
Did your mama tell you what Ring Around the Rosies is about?
Well, I mean, if we want to talk really, really old, then I think we need to understand that the nursery rhymes we know of are definitely the newer versions.
I need to tell this story about how I found out about Ringing Around the Roses, right? Okay. So, here we go. So I would play that game, right? Because everyone would play that game, not realizing what it was. And then, as I was a little bit older, my mom told me what it's about, and I never played it ever since. Because I thought that song was cursed. Because I do not want to get sick. Even though she told me, no, it's just a song about a disease. You don't actually really get the disease. I was like, I don't care. Nope, not playing it again. Nope. And then
then 2020 rolled around. Well, who's laughing now, mother?
Man, wait until KW hears about London Bridge falling down.
Yeah, that's another oldie. London Bridge is very much around, but it's it's been around for a while. There are several London bridges, to be fair.
Yeah, I was gonna say, wait a minute, there's several London bridges. Wait, what was the song even about?
London's a gigantic city. There are absolutely a bunch of bridges.
I know, but But I mean, it's like I can't remember if it was about a Pacific Bridge or not. I can't. I remember the story. I remember my mom telling the story, or that she said I think it was based on something, but she can't remember because it's like it wasn't like was it American? I don't want to say American concept. That just sounds wrong. It's one of those things where I don't think Americans know much. I think I don't know.
I guess, but you don't really need to in this case. You just need to be aware of the City of London's existence, the fact that it has at least a bridge, and it is currently in the process of falling down. That is as much context as a child would need in any location.
As a child would need, but you know.
Right. Anyway, so yeah, not an actual crown, but then also that doesn't stop them either from falling down or Jill tumbling after, so they're not in the clear just yet.
There is a theory though. There's a few theories actually about it, but one is about a Viking raid, so I guess that's interesting.
Wait, what?
He keeps falling down and breaking it. Wait, this is a regular occurrence? He keeps falling down and breaking the same crown? Does it get fixed every time? It just have like new cracks and, you know, dents every time. Father, oh, never mind. There's the answer.
Wait,
Father
dear
can't keep
God.
replaying it.
I'm trying to figure out one sentences. Dear God, it's
The life of Tree, the adventures of Tree Pop and Trust Pop. That's the official abbreviation.
oh.
I know, but we can get the bucket later now. We need to help these odd people. What's your names? You ever told us?
What's my name? What's my name? Boo Pops. Say it louder.
They call me Winter. They call me Snap. They call me Savannah. Anyway.
I know you think this sentence is cringe, but I'm so glad now you will get references.
Oh, that one I just know from like compilations or something. I actually didn't know that was even from the sentence. Because that wasn't in the first one. I've only seen the first one so far. Anyway.
No, I think generally us Descendants fans love the second one the best. The first one is okay, and the third one is like it's a mix. Either you like it or you don't like it. I like it because I like something like the music, but a lot of people don't because they think it's.
I'm going to watch all of them anyway.
Oh, like the bears and their stew. Too
in a
hot,
sense.
too cold, and just right.
Okay. Now I realize what Baby Bird is saying. Now. Okay. First, I almost forget. I was like, it was for a second. I was like, wait, but there's no bears in Descent. And she's like, oh, she's talking about like it's like the. I just hate my brain now.
To be perfectly honest, you know, if Goldilocks showed up at the high school, I would not bat an eye. apart from figure out what kingdom she's supposed to be from. But, you know, apart from that, you know, my usual level of questioning Descendants logic.
I'm ready for these kids to start talking about the mysterious disappearance of Little Red Riding Hood.
Like, who?
Well, like I said, Jacob, the books makes more sense because the books came out first.
Yeah, that's...
Because literally, first book, then first movie. Second book, then second movie. Third book, and then third movie. And I think there's, like, now 5 books in total because, like, the next book came out right before Rise of Red, which I'm like...
they're just really rushing to get that out beforehand. It's kind of like the manga of Dragon Ball versus, like, the Dragon Ball Z anime, which was trying to play catch-up for a while.
I mean, I
one
imagine...
person is going like, we need the book now!
Today, I decided to torture myself just to listen to some of the music all the way through of Rise of Red, and I'm just like, this is so auto-tuned, this is so AI, what
Wait,
are
hold on,
they
did you,
doing?
so you put the music on just independently? Like, was that your first exposure to it, or?
No, so I was like the trailer just saying, hey, it's coming out this summer. I was like, no, I don't like this one.
Wait,
bit.
hold on.
No.
So your method is to watch the trailer or something, then listen to the soundtrack of it, and then decide to
No,
consume
no, no,
the
no, no, no,
movie?
no, 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 no. Okay, so what happened was, so I watched the trailer, and then they came out like a promo, remixing of the song "What's My Name," and I was like, this sounds so bad. Like, what's going on? And then I watched the new trailer where it gives out the release date like a few weeks before it comes out, and then they start promoting all their music and stuff, and I have listened to it a few times and like, yeah, this is where I'm not going to watch the movie. No, so I've been like avoiding the movie for many many weeks and stuff, and avoiding the music. But then people keep talking about, oh my god, I hate the road trip, the story does not make sense, blah blah blah. So I just been watching videos on what they're talking about, and I'm just like, okay,
I mean, if they think the story doesn't make any sense, then they're watching the wrong franchise. Again, I am one movie in, and I have several questions.
No, it's way worse than you. Jacob.
That will likely be answered by the books, I understand.
Probably, yeah. But so today I was like, you know what? I'll just watch the music videos just to see how bad the full songs are, because I only heard bits and pieces of it, and I just like, what happened to the? What happened? What? Who decided that this was a good idea? Why?
The same person who did the scoring for Beauty and the Beast live action, I presume.
Yes, literally, but 10 times worse. Like, oh god, it was giving me a headache. Like, just like reading the lyrics, I thought it was Maddie writing it.
It's funny actually because like most of these tales,
Was it like super preaching?
like most of these tales, it was oral first, before being written down. But the two most
somebody's like, let me tell you about the descendants of Disney villains.
No, Little Red Riding Hood, because that's what you guys were talking about.
We mentioned Little Riding Hood like as a one single anecdote, as a runaway joke. We're not trying to. We weren't actually going to prepare to discuss like anything to do with that. We went back to talk about descendants after that, so like immediately.
Rise of Red is about Wonderland and the Queen of Hearts' daughter. It has nothing to do with Red Riding Hood.
Oh, okay. Anyways, it's funny because no, there's the most well known are like from Charles and then the Brothers Grimm, but the Brothers Grimm version is the one with the happy ending, and it's Cap instead. The sad one is writing Hood, which is an interesting like flip that happened over the years, which I think is fun.
I'm Snap. I'm Magic. And I'm Safari. I was going to say, speaking of Maddie, there she is.
I keep forgetting that.
We just got... The dangers of self-inserts. We just got teleported here from Earth. Is this anywhere on Earth? If you're saying got teleported from Earth, you must therefore know you're not on Earth currently, and therefore that's a redundant question.
Well, Maddie is dumb, so...
I was going to say, that's just like the average Maddie quote, so yeah, I suppose. Anyway, oh no, Rhineland isn't on Earth.
Which we ain't on Earth!
Yeah, we know what Earth is.
I think... Okay, today we're going to learn about the solar system. Mercury, Venus, Rhineland, Mars, Jupiter.
Now, I will say, if we wanted, I will say they should have said yes, because technically speaking, the majority of fairy tales and nursery rhymes and all that originate from obviously very old times, some of which through mythology and such. Middle Earth was a pretty common thing being used at the time.
So Jack and Jill would be knowledgeable of Middle Earth, is what you're saying?
Yeah, I think that makes the most sense. So I think it'd be like, I feel like them being like, oh yeah, we're you know, we're on Earth, I guess.
Okay, the point you're trying to make, like, okay, so what? Okay, so what we gather from here is the fact that they are aware that there is a different planet or a different world or dimension to them that is called Earth, middle or otherwise. So, but and they were aware of that its existence. They're aware that they are currently not on it. They are on a place that is called Rhineland, not Middle Earth. So
No,
that
I
has
know,
nothing.
and that's what I'm saying. They should have been like, oh yeah, no, we are.
What?
Because I mean, from their view, they are. It's just not quite the same Earth.
Okay, well, I mean, the way that we got to the name of Earth in the first place even goes back further, Middle Earth or anything to do with that. You know, that was you could argue, you know, there's like like the fact that Gaia was even a thing. You know, Gaia is Earth, is what Gaia means Earth in translation, for example. But yeah, like what they're standing on at the moment would be considered like Earth to them, like Earth the substance, which we obviously named the planet after, and to some degree. So
even create the word Middle Earth now? I can't remember.
yeah, I wish we hadn't gone to this topic because again, I'm trying to keep this stream short, but we decided to talk about Middle Earth for some reason.
I will say
So
this
yes,
canon
so
is
this would be considered Earth to them, middle or otherwise, I suppose. But the fact they call it something else is the real question here. But there is a portal to it. Okay, so that's why they know what Earth is, because they have a portal to it. You have to walk a bit far, though. How do you know which direction it's in? It'd be really fun if they both pointed, like, opposite directions. I mean, these are children, mind you. They might not actually know the answer.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's my faker, but I couldn't remember. Apparently, Tolkien was the one who created Middle Earth.
No, he was not.
What? Did Google lie to me again? How many searches do I have to do to get the right dang answers?
Did you take that information from the AI overhead that pops up every time you pop up now?
That's mainly a Bing thing.
It's a Chrome thing as well.
Okay.
No, it's not on top of the. No, there's no like AI thing on top. Like there are like ways you can search other means besides using the headliner because there are other ways to search up what you're trying to look for.
Yeah, for me that only triggers if I scroll up by accident.
Oh yeah, no, it pops up anytime you search anything up on Google, and usually it's like a Reddit post or something. It's not even like an actual source.
It's not a Reddit post. It's a Reddit.
We've never been there, but Mother goes there every week to get food. Okay, interesting.
Wait, so they come to Earth to get food? So
there might be like a natural scarcity here or something. Like they might be going through a time of famine or something in this particular portion of Rhineland. Or it could be the food is more delicious from the other end. I don't know. Either that or their mother is like Ida the Owl Lady, and she just like sells like human like Earth food as like a delectable treat or something. Like as like rare delicacies. What is this? What is this thing? This is a PR. It's pronounced pear, actually. Would you like some? Anyway. About half an hour by horse and carriage, I think. So 2 seconds by teleportation. Good. You want to drive one? Mother might let you borrow ours. Mother, we found 4 strangers. Can we lend them a horse and carriage? That they're probably not going to be able to return because they're going to go through a portal. Anyway, we don't use them back on Earth anymore. I don't even know how to ride a horse. Oh, well, it still shouldn't be too far to walk. You know how to walk. We're not quite in the Wall-E dystopian future just yet.
Wally!
Wally!
Okay, come on. Stop being a show-off. Come on.
You're the one who did it! You're the one who did the thing! I get to do the thing as well.
I know, but I didn't expect it to be that good! I thought that was good, but no! Apparently you did better than me! That's why I'm calling you a show-off!
I'm sorry. Oh my goodness.
Anyways.
Okay, alright. Of course we do. Almost everyone walks on Earth.
I walk on thousands miles and I missed us all already. I meant to say.
I did a parody of that song. I didn't upload it. It was because it was one that I did with my friend Patrick after we done a play. We did like a summary of like of the Crucible with like in joke references for like the after party of the show. And we performed it for the people in the cast. That's why it's not that's why it's not public. Anyway, then you should be able to do it easy peasy.
Man, I remember reading the Crucible in class, and I was like, man, Harvard is that old?
But
Yep.
baby, going off topics. Episode 10. Something about Harvard.
I mean, okay, the Crucible did get there. At least the Crucible was mentioned. Yeah. Anyway, thank you. And be careful going down the hill on your way back. What do you mean? We're perfectly safe. Jack, no!
But we haven't been rhyming all this time because I cannot tell if they are or not. Because I don't
think they have. I haven't noticed anything.
Okay. I know this is an old episode, but like, can you just next time if you're going to do something like Rhyme Land, do rhymes. I know that can be annoying, but like, I'm expecting rhymes and nursery rhymes and all stuff like that. Not just like, oh, it's just called Rhyme Land because there's nursery rhymes. But we speak perfectly English.
Yeah, I can actually. You know what? We're considering that there's two of them here. Well, there's a perfect chance to have one of them say like one line, and then like the other one like come in with the rhyme afterwards. Kind of like the brothers paradox in Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. Not sure if you made it that far into the series before giving up, but yeah, there was like we are the brothers paradox, and we like wearing women's frocks, like that kind of thing. It was like,
what? That's no, you're joking. That's not.
We like to say things in rhyme. In fact, we do it all the time. And then there's sometimes where like one of the brother like says like a synonym instead. And yeah.
But why?
And then, I mean, and then of course the end of the scene is like, it seems, brother, we are out of luck. It's just a card game. Who gives a? And then the scene cuts. You know, yeah. Well, they do play around with that sometimes. Yeah. It's like, it's the obvious joke, but then again, like that particular show has a lot of obvious jokes, but they're still funny. Okay.
I'll say there was an ad I saw recently. It was the classic plan, like, oh, don't drop the soap or whatever, and they were marketing the soap, and it was a musical. Yeah, it was an ad, and it was a musical. And every time that they get an inch away from like a direct sexual or like swear word related thing, the prisoners go no, and they all just really like cleaning themselves. And I have to tell you, it is the only ad I've willingly stuck around for, despite me seeing the skip button in a long time. And it's crazy because it's almost like they realized that to get people to be interested in their ad or product, to actually have a soul in it. It was one of the most fun ads I've seen in a hot minute.
Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. We will. And then they never saw them again.
Oh no, she lost her sheep. Oh no, oh no.
That's a good call, yeah. Most likely. I'm so tired. Who knew walking would take this long? Not to immediately go back to quoting Avatar again, but it's like, how bad could walking be? Walking stinks! Anyway. I'm tired too. I hope we're going in the right direction. You mean you weren't sure? Did Jack and Jill not, like, point to you at any point?
You take a ride, and then another ride, then you go left, and then you go over the hill, but make sure you don't lose your crown, and then you go under the bridge, but make sure you're still a troll and stuff, and also then you go over the fence, but make sure you count your sheep, because, you know, if you don't count your sheep, then you're gonna lose your way.
Oh god, yeah, this has to be a world
actually sounds like this actually sounds like a child giving directions. That's probably a genuine, like, thing that would have happened.
Oh man, I need a bit where they have to cross through a bridge, but they have to go through like this long list of superstitions.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
Yeah. I mean, I want to see them like set up camp and forget to pray before going to bed, so a goose comes and chases them. Okay. Sorry, but I'll be okay. I guess that it's like immediately robotic like turnaround. Okay. Anyway, are we going the right way to the city center? Oh, I can't see because of the... Oh, yeah. Yes, continue on this path. Under the rainbow, there's a map that should help you. But the rainbow's behind them. Oh, wait. They weren't walking in that direction. They were just facing that way because they had... Okay. Yeah. This is why having walking shots can help at times. Like them, like, entering the scene. Anyway. She must have been walking a while. Unsure of the direction you've been walking in, but you look to be walking for a while. Have you come across any sheep?
If they have to go into the rainbow, please tell me they know about the pot of gold at the end. They would be remiss to not go on a detour and get that pot of gold. They would be filthy rich back on Earth.
Is there a specific rhyme where that comes from?
I think so, but I don't know which one.
I thought it was just like some myth that people would say, you know.
Yeah.
I didn't really think it was a nursery rhyme.
Yeah, beware the dreaded leprechaun. He'll hunt you
no!
at the crack of dawn.
But what's funny, as a kid, every time someone says, oh yeah, if you go towards the end of the rainbow, you will find a pot of gold. And I'm like, but which end? Which end, though? Because there's two ends!
Oh,
That's
man.
a good point. Yeah, you just pick the wrong one every time. That's playing my ability there. You can like keep the illusion alive for by doing that. But then again, obviously, most rainbows are actually like a perfect anyway. If they're a circle, you can only see the part that doesn't run around. It passed earlier though. Oh, that's okay. I'll keep looking. It happens each time. Is it the Muffin Man for breakfast?
Oh,
But, okay, I like the idea that all of these nursery rhyme characters that are stuck in a perpetual loop reenacting their specific rhymes. Like, they cannot get away with anything.
Yeah.
That poor man who didn't pray before bed has been mauled to death by this goose by this point.
But do you
Like,
know
if he's not able to escape
that-
from that
do you
situation.
know what's bad?
Geese are vicious.
I didn't know there was a story behind the Muffin Man till like a year ago. And I asked my mom, did you know about this? She's like, well, you see, it was kind of a dark story and stuff. And I'm just like, I guess so, but
Anyway,
still.
time to redo something else. The Pied Piper of Hamelin. But he makes the best muffins for breakfast.
Yeah, sure,
Yeah, and why do you take your sheep with you? Well, because, Instead, you just shear them so the little boy on the lane can has some wool. Okay, so I guess that's combining Mary's little lamb with Bo Peep's sheep. I guess they are the same person in this reality. I presume.
Oh wait.
Anyway.
Oh, I forgot little Bob. Mary had a what was it? Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, Mary had a little lamb. I tried to remember all the lyrics.
This is like me trying to figure out where.
Oh wait, no, it wasn't Mary Little Lamb. It was it was Baba Black Sheep or Baba Rainbow Sheep, depending on your version now.
Wait, what? Someone made.
There are yes, it didn't catch on, but there was an attempt.
There was also an attempt at making a new ABC song, which is almost identical but much slower, so it sounds more depressing.
But I like
more.
the. But I like the
That is a remix at best. Also, you can sing any song at any tempo you want, just not when you're recording, because
Not the ABC song.
Then I'm onto you.
The ABC song has to be set at a very specific speed. The
Anyone
most
who's,
iconic part.
Anyone who's ever recorded a song with me knows that I am a stickler for tempo for obvious reasons. But when you're just casually doing something, yeah.
See, I mean, listen to how depressing that sounds.
A B C D E.
Twinkle,
No!
little star.
Why are you doing with that face?
This is the song that I hear at the end of the world. Twinkle.
How I wonder what you are.
Okay,
Well, it was a good run, right, KW?
Here's the thing. So we know for a fact, the first song, 1, 2, 3 is coming for you. It was based on the buckle my shoe song, right?
Yes.
Right. Why has no one ever done a horror version of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star and use it for a horror movie of some sort with something outer space? I mean, come on, freak people out!
I mean, after Blood and Honey and Steamboat Willie, I guess that is just a natural next thing for horror movies to do at this point.
No, that reminds me though of Jane.
Wait, no, they're like base it, like they give it like a face like the moon in Majora's Mask. It's just like.
That reminds me a lot of Jane Taylor's Twinkle Twinkle Little Star poem, which if you haven't heard it, I think it's about the moon in the day cycle, right? But if you don't understand that, it sounds very cataclysmic. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, I wonder what you are, up above in the world so high, like an diamond sky. Yeah. When the blazing sun is gone, when he nothing shines upon, then you show your little light. Twinkle, twinkle all the night. Then the traveler in the dark thanks you for your tiny spark. How could he see where to go if you did not twinkle so? In the dark blue sky you keep, often through my curtains peep. For you never shut your eye till the sun is in the sky. As your bright and tiny spark light the traveler in dark, though I know not what you are. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. That sounds horrifying. That sounds like the sun died out, and now there's just a lone traveler following the final star in the sky that might not even be a star. Though I know not what you are at the end. What? What?
They did just say it was a star, so it's guess there's the answer. Yeah.
But I think that poem is a good example that Twinkle Twinkle Little Star could totally work as a horror film.
Yeah. Just have to give it the face, and you're good to go.
Just have the Majora's Mask smooth face, like Jake Jump decided to say, because that will give you little nightmares.
Anyway, they'll have their names in mind too. I'm Bo Peep, by the way. So can you check?
No.
You're larger than I expected, Bo Peep.
Well,
I guess that's why she's not introducing herself as Little Bo. Oh my god, that's such a depressing thought.
I've had many muffins for breakfast. I'm no longer Little Bo Peep.
No, right, and that's the thing, right? You're like, oh, it's a loop, and then chat's like, oh, they're in nursery rhyme purgatory. Imagine it's not a time loop. It's they just forget that this event has happened, and they just cycle through it, but they keep aging. They'll be like 90 and dying and still trying to do that one task that they don't think that they have ever done.
No, wait,
they're aware they've done it. They're aware they've done it because Bo Peep here mentioned that she keeps losing her sheep every time she goes to see the Muffin Man. Jill mentioned that Jack breaks his crown every time they go up the hill to fetch a pail of water. They are fully aware of their fate.
That's a shame. Alright, well.
That can be also a horror movie. The nursery rhyme land as purgatory.
Yeah.
No, I think genuinely the idea of going through the same nursery rhyme event and still aging and just forgetting could be a great horror movie concept of lost youth and the cyclical nature of like staying in one place, right?
I guess the real question would be like what the story would be at that point. Would it be somebody just like roaming around and checking on all these people? Because that could be like a short film at best, I imagine.
Sure.
There'd have to be something that will change the status quo for a bit at least, in order for for a movie to happen. But yeah, that can be workshopped.
I mean, they made a whole horror movie
Oh,
that
I
was
guess-
representative of periods, so if they can make that work.
Yes, but that's what I'm saying. They added something to change the status quo. They actually had a story behind that. Anyway, this must be the city center. Well, I sure hope it is. My legs feel like they're going to fall off.
Then take a break. You don't have to keep walking around and pass out or something and break your legs.
Or alternatively,
but
learn how to
Majesty
ride
will
a
worry
horse.
about them if they don't return soon. Majesty, meanwhile, just like, am I missing something?
I know I live in Texas, so maybe it's in my blood, but I don't think riding a horse is that hard. I have ridden one before. I learned in like a few minutes.
I mean,
Well,
it's a bit late for them to decide to do that now, because that was an offer that Jill made them way back at the start.
But if you haven't really run a horse for like most of your life, wouldn't your legs be sore and stuff like that? Because
They'd be less tired from riding a horse than they would walking this entire track.
Yeah, your undercarriage might be sore, but other than, their legs will be fine for the most
Right.
part.
and then get those
Anyway.
powerful legs things.
The powerful legs things.
No, but like so basically apparently like if you like ridden a horse for a while, sometimes your legs kind of look and shape a little bit different.
Oh, I've seen that in cartoons where they like heavily exaggerate that. They just have people walking around like this. It's like, oh yeah, me, I'm a horse rider. Hi.
Oh, Jacob! I didn't know you were a woman now.
If anyone doesn't get that joke,
Walk.
if anyone doesn't get that joke, that's a joke from the Woman Walk, which was a stream we did in March 2023 on the Butter Bunch. Or was it here actually? Oh no,
No,
it was
it was here. It was even older. I had referenced it again on the Butter Bunch more recently.
Okay, yeah. So if anyone doesn't get that joke, that's why. Anyway.
No, yeah, but yeah, I know that kind of walking style because Justin Ackles, who plays Dean in Supernatural, can tell that he walks different as if he had ridden a horse, but I don't think he has ever ridden a horse, so it's just like,
That
what
might
are
be
you
like
doing?
that's probably an actor choice potentially. That's one thing that actors do a lot of the time. Where it's like, yes, I'm going to make my character walk a little bit differently. That's part of my transformation, getting to the zone. And yeah, they do train you up to do that in acting school. So
Yeah.
that does
is.
make sense.
It is a frequent and I think very cool practice in a lot of Jekyll and Hyde musicals.
Yeah, to name but one example. Yeah. I'm going to sit down. I haven't walked that far in my life.
Good.
Thinking I will too. We're going to sit down in the middle of a city. That being said, they just to be like in a square of some kind right now, which is usually symbolic of the center of most cities.
Couldn't you just find a bench nearby? Like,
Exactly. If anything, if they wanted to, they could perch like on the edge of some of those plants in the back, at the very least. Anyway, where's the portal back? Have you guys spotted it? We went into the center of a city we've never been to before. How could we not have found it yet? No, I didn't see any portals. I didn't either. We'll keep walking in the same direction. You're bound to find it. You're bound to find it eventually. You might have to like circle the planet a couple of times, but you will bump into it.
Just walk in a straight line.
If it doesn't get that joke, that's a Quest the Rising Sun reference over on KW's channel. Hey, I can promote your series. We're in it.
I know.
Anyway. It shouldn't be too far, and we can always ask for directions, which is probably what Barb should have done. But
she did. I'd like to pretend like I thought about that. I didn't. I think she would have just kept going until she found an inn and just stayed in the inn. And if it doesn't look like an inn, she was just gonna keep going.
Man, your Bob is breaking the stereotypes of women asking for directions.
Why did you even do that in the first place?
What do you mean? Why does everyone keep asking that? Like, that's a crazy concept. If you walk in a straight line, you will find an inn. Realistically, that should have gotten me at the very least some poor restaurant, okay? How would I have expected to find the world border, okay? That's not gonna happen in the real world.
Border was a DM exaggeration, but yeah, I will say if they say like in most cities there will not be an inn on a radius or like a circumference everywhere that you go necessarily. So you could have ended up at the very least at a city border and then realize like, okay, maybe there's one other side and I'll pick a different route. At the least, that's what I would have expected to happen in that scenario.
Let's walk straight. Let's see what happens. Oh, Barbara ended up in America. Oh, but she kept walking straight where she ended up back to the same dang place.
I like to imagine that if the rest of us like had found it in, Bob would still be like walking around just doing like different zigzags or something, trying to like stop the
city. Dude, you guys would be on like the next session, and Barbara, you get a letter, and it's Barbara going, "Guys, I found an inn. Come over."
Like, how do you know where to send this, Bob? Have you been?
No, what's bad? No,
how do we receive this? Where is it posted to?
I trusted the Raven.
No.
The directions say the next town. How did the Raven know to bring it here?
No. What happened is we were like, hey, did we forget something? No, I don't think so.
Like, and then it's like a cartoon.
It's like no, it's like Home Alone. Kevin or Travis. I guess is the version of that was referenced in My Street for the records. Like, what getting something? Travis.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, that was.
I'm picturing like a cartoon. Yeah, you just cut to America. Huh. Let's see where we're in over here.
Okay.
Something like that, yeah.
But that was such a bad. Well, it's a good reference, but they did it so poorly in My Street. Like, Caitlin could have done like a higher pitch or something like that. But
yeah, it was kind of like the delivery let it down a little bit because obviously the movement of like the Minecraft physics does not allow for like that. It had to be like a or something. But that was limitations. But yeah, the actual scream itself, yeah, that's where I would have been like, nah, I need a retake. Hey, it's almost 8 o'clock. You should head back to your houses soon. Thank you, random boy.
Why do you look like you're ready for a nap, man, dude? It's like midday.
Yes. This is the typical this is the famous nursery rhyme character of Curfew Curtis. I don't know.
No, it's opposite day. Remember? That's why. So it's 8 o'clock at night.
I love.
Oh, that's why nothing rhymes. That's why nothing rhymes because in opposite day no one rhymes in Rhymeland.
Oh my god, we figure out the Blue Plops lore of Rhymeland. Let's go.
Which that's also means that Jill was a liar and the portal was not in the city.
Oh.
Yeah, they were in a wild goose chase. Not literally, of course. That'd be an actual other nursery rhyme. Anyway.
Did you ever see that one in Spain? The opposite day SpongeBob episode?
Yes, I did.
That was a wild episode.
Well, that's what we were trying to figure out. Oh, did something happen to your house?
Yeah, we got evicted, man.
Kind of, just that we don't come from here. We were trying to find the portal to find our way back. Do you know where it is?
Do they have houses still?
Well, I mean, sorry, are you referring to the Blues Pops themselves?
Yeah, do they live somewhere?
I mean, I guess I like to think that Majesty found them some accommodation somewhere, or at the very least charmed the landlord in order to let them in. Anyway, the portal is in back to Earth? You only got here today, right? Yeah, we did. Oh, thank goodness. Time dilation hasn't kicked in yet. You've only been gone for 15 years.
No, it's like, oh man, the idea of the urgency of, wait, you mean Earth? Oh, you guys only got here. It's like okay, we've been stuck in this loop, and if God finds you and you haven't found yourself in a loop yet, you are lucky, because he will come and smite us if we take one wrong move.
I was thinking more on the lines of the Irene dimension, but that works too. Well, that means there's good news and bad news. The good news is you can still get home. The bad news is they know they're coming. Who's they? You don't want to know. Leave now. Anyway, the bad news is we only have
Too
about
late for us.
5 or 10 minutes to get back. The portal closed at exactly 8:05/8:10 p.m. Within that realm.
Does it open in the morning?
Yes, it opens up at 8:05 or 8:10 a.m. It has a 12-hour cycle. Anyway, if you don't make it before the portal closes, you could be stuck here forever, as opposed to when the portal reopens, which I guess that it isn't on a 12-hour basis.
Yeah, do you guys not just have more AA batteries that you could plug in there? Or?
Yeah. Weird that Jill didn't mention any of this. I guess she wouldn't know about, not living in the city herself.
What do you mean? I guess, but like this looks like a small child.
A small child from the city. Follow me up there. See, you know where it's going. Okay, well, let's hurry. I still want to know which character this actually is. Is there like a nursery rhyme where someone says 8 o'clock, it's time to go to bed, everyone?
I genuinely don't know. He kind of looks like it's technically the right colors, but it's more white than it should be. But it kind of reminds me of Moon.
Reminds me of the collector from the Owl House. But also, okay, if anyone knows who this character's supposed to be, like nursery rhyme wise, please put it in the comments because we're stuck.
What if it's the? Is it the what? Oh, what is it?
That's what we're trying to figure out.
Jack jumps over a candlestick. That nursery rhyme, is that? No, that does not make sense. Never mind.
Honestly, you know what this reminded me of? I feel like what they should have done is they should have made the portal like on the moon, so they had to team up with like the cat that jumped over it from Hey Diddle Diddle. Oh, sorry, the cow. I mean, they could ride the cow up to the moon. The cow jumps over, but they jump down to the moon and go through the portal. That perfect exit right there.
Man,
Anyway.
they're speed running the dimension escape.
Also,
Bada boom, bada bam.
this is less speedrun than most Pop's isekai stories, where it's just like, hey, I've come to rescue you. All right, bye.
This guy came to save them.
Yes, and in the third act of the episode, not the first. Also, or the only, I suppose, in that instance. I also like to point out the portal. Just like I thought it'd be like guarded, or I guess like some like decoration or something. I was imagining like the portal that's like. I know there's like a real life, I guess, portal that they've made between two cities. I forget which two, where you can like look through and see like the other end of it. I think they had to close that down actually, because people kept on posing inappropriately in front of it, as humans are known to do in that situation.
I do remember this. Yeah, it was a big story for a while.
I was imagining something that was like built similarly to that, just because they would, if it's the center of the city, you think it would be like a huge landmark or something, like an actual dimensional portal, but no, just like in front of a wall unguarded. Like, okay. Thank you so much. What's your name? Oh, no, never mind, we're off. Yay, we finally made it out. Now let's go rest. How does this guitar instrument, by the way? I've heard this one before. Good plan.
Alright, sure.
Okay. Alright, that was the Blues Pops, and might I say, as far as Pop's isekais go, like I said just there, Fairly decent.
My only con is that there are no rhymes. We just only see like the nursery rhyme character.
That's true. No one speaks in rhyme. Missed opportunity for sure.
I guess that's a good point. I feel. I guess it was a bit longer because we kept pausing it to do content, but like you're just watching it.
No, it's 10 minutes. That's more than some of the jazz pops or disco pops from back in the day.
Yeah, but I just feel like we should have spent longer in Rhyme World.
Yeah, it could have done with maybe like a possible two-parter of some kind, because it can fit more things into that at some points. I don't know. They could have had a scene where they like rescue Humpty Dumpty from falling, so they're like thus breaking his loop, and then they get chased down by all the king's horses and all the king's men that are enforcing the law of this land. They have to go on the run.
The idea of stopping one of these loops and then everything goes wrong.
Yeah.
Ooh.
See, this is the thing. Instead of there's actually like a plot of like a book that I've been writing on and off for years now. But instead of nursery rhymes, it was like it's a collection of no. It's his character's name is Don Literato, which means Mr. Literate. It translates to. And he has the power to go into books and obviously come out of them afterwards. So what happens is that during a raid, actually, his assistant ends up, going into a collection of grim fairy tales, and so he has to go in to try and find him. But while he does that, he happens to just fall on top of the frog prince before he transforms. No, so he goes in, he throws the frog prince from his hands, and for the grim version, he hits a tree and then turns back. So this is like the starting point where suddenly, because of the way that the frog prince is programmed, it's like, well, the person that transformed me back, I must therefore wish to marry. So immediately tries to marry this 60-year-old man who just showed up inside of the world. It's like, go away, you're annoying me. It's like, but my love. But yeah, more stuff happens the more that he keeps trying to set things right. The more stories within the roster of grim fairy tales start going wrong or affecting each other. And that's the idea. So I guess they could do the same thing with nursery rhymes. It wouldn't be so horror themed as it would be in this situation. Less time loopy, but
sure.
Yeah, like I said, for a sequel.
I have to ask. You've noticeably written quite a bit of books. I feel like every new book story you have is just a completely new thing. Do you ever intend on publishing any of them?
Yeah. That's going to take a long time to actually finish writing. But the one that I'm actually doing right now, that one is one I'm really going forward with. There's one series I was trying to get published for a while actually, through a self-publishing firm of some kind, and that one, that wasn't going too well because I was trying to manage that and drama school at the same time, and they kept on calling me when I was not prepared for it. But yeah, at some point, once I actually, have a moment of the myriad of other projects going on, I will now and then crack something open. Because most of the time, whenever I have a moment to write something, it's usually a script for something these days, rather than finishing up the books and making them ready for publication, which is why I haven't published anything since 2018.
Well, I'm just asking because I was going to ask, because if it's based on grim fairy tales specifically, is it a tragedy? Does it end poorly? But that might be too big of a spoiler for the book.
Yeah, don't answer that, Jacob. Don't just say you just have to read it. That's all you need to say.
Yeah, I did always establish he has the power to go out if he wants to.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that's kind of sound like me when I was first writing a keen author kind of story for a while. I got the first draft of the first book and wrote the first draft of the second book, and I was like, this sucks. So I just went with with a different story, and that Misfits. Duh. Of course. Now I'm writing the second book, or trying to. There is a series of 4 books that I ended up doing at some point out of a planned 7 or 8.
that was supposed to be like a tribute to Harry Potter and by extension J.K. Rowling, and those are not seeing light of day anytime soon. So
Yeah.
those ones, I'm like, yeah, no, I'm gonna let that series go. The rest of them, still
Yeah.
considering.
I'm still planning to write Earth Takes Gold and Demon Book, but I'm going to really focus on Misfits first because I'm so close getting the second book done, but like, trying to make sure there's no any like loop or plot holes that it's just like I know technically the rough draft is like just write whatever or something like that and then fix it later, but my brain goes, what did I do? What did I do wrong in this chapter? Something's ain't right. Something ain't right when I go back to it the next day.
You self-published the first book, right?
Yes, on Amazon.
Are you gonna get an actual like formal publisher for the second one now that you have the first one like out? Like, hey, this is kind of the idea. I have a new book ready. Do you want to help out? Get some marketing or something?
I don't know because when my mom tried to find because she's also an author as well, actually, she was planning to find a publishing company to help with her books, but she ended up doing self-publishing, and so that's why I went with that route because
well, I think I mean I'm gonna do that for my. I think the plan right now for me is I'd like to publish things through self-publishing as like the first thing, and then use that as kind of like, hey, what I did. You want to help with the rest?
Yeah, you implied that from before. Okay.
It's like, if anything, that I'd probably get Misfits out first as a self-publishing series, and then have help for other future books if I want some help.
I guess that would be the sense of like promo for you as the author, not necessarily for the next release. So that's the difference between the two things you two are suggesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Just to wrap things up so that we don't end up like repeating the same things over and over again.
Yeah.
We're like a nursery rhyme in this world, and just like them, we aren't rhyming.
Yeah. So I guess that is one thing is about the video that we do question, because it seems like they are undergoing some sort of time loop, or they just like pre-programmed them to think like, oh, this is like this is the culmination of my life. I will voluntarily repeat the same task all every day, but I don't know about that. I mean, I guess in a sense, like, because I guess like, the other thing is that the nursery rhyme characters, they don't really do too much. I mean, I didn't want to see Jack Breaker's crown necessarily, but I mean, they could have at least like been walking like up and down, potentially, maybe they were like on their way down with the pail of water or something at least, or we like in the distance we just hear like or something, I don't know, for like the Bo Peep section. I don't not really sure. And then of course the other guy who's from something we don't really know. It is good to see that there are there's like a good rule of 3 here as far as encounters go, because there was 4 total, but 3 encounters. And that makes it feel like it wasn't just a case of like, oh, we're gonna meet one person, then someone's gonna come in and Deus Ex Machina rescue us, like has happened in the past with a lot of other isekais. So this one was pretty all right. And as far as an opening for the series goes, all that was missing was a bit to do with like the hunt for the Ella gem, which was hinted at the finale from last time, because it seemed to be important again, even though it's been 10 years. Other than that, I don't know.
I kind of like Curfew Kurt though.
Oh yeah, Curfew Curtis. Yeah,
that's a good name.
Yeah, we can make that. We can actually make our own book of nursery rhymes and self-publish that.
Oh, we could. The Butter Bunch
right
nursery rhymes.
Right now, well, I mean that would not include KW, but
what?
Yeah, well, I was trying not to like rule her out in this case, but yeah. Technically speaking, yeah, I guess if we did publish that like as the Butter Bunch, I guess it was also that also kind of reminds me a bit of like ABC Your Parents Are Dead.
We can put that in there.
That feels like a separate thing, because the way that was like an alphabet book. That was like that's a separate publication.
Sure.
Which, by the way,
branch of Butterport, but it's just children's books.
Yeah, but which, by the way, children's books not for children is a surprisingly big genre, especially on TikTok. So,
Oh, have you guys seen like Go the Blank to Sleep?
yes.
It's so
Well,
good.
I've listened to it. There's a
Sure.
video of like, yeah.
Yeah, I've also listened to it. I listened to the big celebrity. Everyone knows him. Well, not as big anymore, but he used to be in a lot of stuff.
We still know him, Samuel L. Jackson. It's,
Yeah.
you can say the name.
Okay.
Well, I forgot the name, so no, I couldn't.
You
I guess that's
Samuel
proof of
L.
what
Jackson, who is Frozone and the Incredibles and freaking Nick Fury.
I actually didn't know that he was
I didn't know he was Frozone either.
until like last week or like 2 weeks ago, maybe.
I didn't know he was Frozone until now.
It makes a lot of sense.
I know he's Nick Fury, obviously. I know he's in a lot of Tarantino films.
Bear in mind, I watched The Incredibles in Spanish, so I have an excuse.
Wow. He's probably not Samuel Jackson there then.
No, he's not. The only person I think who got cast like the English and Spanish version of himself was Antonio Banderas. Only exception, I think. But anyway. Okay, so I guess like an hour and a half, you know, we're not doing too bad time wise, so we can go to the bonus video that I mentioned before, which was just because, like, you know, so on the topic of anniversaries and such, turns out that not only was it the 11th anniversary of my channel, it was also the first anniversary of Ballet Pops.
Oh, I seen this. Yeah, I was so confused.
I know that at some point someone's gonna be like, hey, can you talk about this video? So I was like, you know what, we're watching an Eli video right now, we're going to talk about it here. Okay, so we have the Ballet Pops, or, you know, what's left of them.
You're so much trash!
Well, there you go. Yep. Here it is. Here is the video. Also, of course, it's like I think this is like a new arrangement of Farewell a Jew, which, I mean, sure, of all the ones to choose, I guess, yeah. Anyway, I'm Odette.
I think it's be more like adults now, I guess.
They do look older, but I think that's maybe just Odette in like this particular like mum dress, I'm gonna call it.
You know what she reminds me of? She reminds me of I don't know if they're a thing for you guys, but here in the US we have a lot of ads for like feminine hygiene. And I don't mean it in the way you think. I mean, it's literally shampoo and stuff, but marketed just for women.
Yeah, sure.
And in the part of the bit is like it's the Greek gods or whatever, and it's like, you know, back in the day they used to worship us, and it's like, and you should be like that too, right? That sort of thing. And this is like this is like Athena in those ads.
Yeah.
The Odette looks like her.
Oh, okay. I was like, yeah, which one are you referring to? Okay. Anyway, I'm Aurora, aka Attitude Pop, and we're the Ballet Pops, and together we are the Ballet Pops. Today is the 1 year anniversary of the series releasing on YouTube. Or rather, yesterday.
God, no way, really?
I can't believe it's been a year already. Honestly, neither could I. I didn't know the same day. Seems more like 8 years ago that all those adventures happened to us. That's because it was 8 years ago that it happened for us. I was about to say, because I know that Ballet Pops themselves were you know, set in the past. So I guess this is their adult forms now, because they graduated from their school.
Okay, at first I was like, oh, I'm sure it's not canon, it's just there as like spokespeople, right? And because like it'd be weird if they knew about the series. But then she specified things in a in-character way as well. Like, is this canon?
This isn't. Most likely.
Oh, no,
most likely not. I think this is going to be a case of like, this is what they will look like in the series. They're not going to remember they did this promo for the series, but the character, but in this, like, you know, middle tier plane of existence, they are aware that they are in a series.
I'm having flashbacks when Beaver asked if the Secrets of Plex extras.
Yeah,
was
the extras.
canon.
The extras.
Yeah, and in my defense, you guys said it was, so...
No, Bon said it was. I said it wasn't. But Bon kept saying, no, it is. And then they DM me saying, oh, no, KW, we need to fix season 2. Oh, no, I messed it up. And I literally felt like I had to do, like, some cartoon anime slap, be like, get together, Bon. Everything is going to be fine. Just say not
Snap out of it! Yeah.
I was like coming back.
I wonder what season 2 was going to be like, if not.
Oh yeah, what was the season 2 you've been picturing as damage control? What was that gonna be?
Well, if we were going to make Secrets of Plex extras canon, they're gonna make it seem like the show is Secrets of the Plex or whatever.
No, yeah, well that's what it already looks like. So that's nothing new. I'm asking what season 2
Was it going to be like
like.
the anomalies were going to haunt like the actors playing themselves on the set rather than in the complex itself?
I know whenever all I remember was like, hey, guess what? Since I messed up big time where I said the extras are canon, we need to do this, that, or the other, and I was just like, Bon, get together.
Yeah, but that's not, I just want to know what it would have been. I'm just curious about the scrap content.
It's happening again. It's happening again.
Okay, stop talking. Stop talking. I'm not spoiling anything.
Look, this is all just anecdotal at this point. Yes, it has been almost a year, but I mean, you know, the best moments will live on forever. You know.
Yeah, whenever how like I keep messing things up talking about Secrets of the Plex series, you know, because I keep going back to like the old player or whatever.
Or I guess your equivalent with that would be like the travel scrolls thing, which you have to like clarify 3 separate times in order to get that like explained.
It's been 9 months and you still learn nothing about keeping your mouth shut on things you don't. What are you talking? I am not. Don't. What are you talking about? What? Huh?
I mean, I was gonna say, was this like just reporting on like what happened before? Like this is always stuff that we've like gone through. This is always no information.
Yeah, like it's the.
I think the reason Bon is reacting so emotionally is because he's having flashbacks as we speak. He's back where it all happened.
I guess, yeah, the time when it was not known. Yeah, I suppose.
He's losing his mind. Oh no, I need to prepare for season. I have to fix season 2.
Like season 2 is fixed. Season 2 is fixed and it's become like, you know, more successful than anyone else predicted at the start. So you know what? It's it worked out. It worked out,
including Bon whenever he made the trailer. Still cannot believe he almost did VA for trailer exclusively.
Oh, I forgot about that part actually.
You were about to discuss what would occur if the extras were canon.
Oh right, okay. So as far as stuff like, oh right, yeah, that I guess you wouldn't have known about. I mean, you can speculate, I guess, but yeah, as far as like going to make.
How is that like a spoiler though? Like,
no, it's not a spoiler. It would have been anything that you wouldn't have known because you could say like what you think would have happened, but it wouldn't be a definitive answer.
I assume you should know though, right, Bon? What was gonna happen in season 2? I want to know.
Didn't have time, and also no, we did not have low hopes for when it started. We're saying that
it just got big. It just got explosively big, like that we didn't expect. Like literally, remember about when the first episode of season 2 first premiered? We're like, how is it getting so many views? Like, wait, okay.
I thought it would have. Yeah, I thought it would have performed better than the first series, just on the grounds of like the voice acting and like getting the good name out by a factor of potentially 1.5 times to 2 times, but it got
10 times big. It got 10 times big. Sure.
Yeah.
In like later episodes, it doesn't get that much of views like the first episode, but still, when the first episode,
which by the way is perfect. Which, by the way, is perfectly normal for a series. Anyone who's watching these videos and is like to make their own gacha series at some point, yeah, that's perfectly normal for episode 1 of something to be the most successful episode of it. It's the same for Mutant Girl. Like every like opening of a season like has significantly more views than the rest of the season that follows it.
No,
and then
we're-
episode 1 of season 1 of the original was like, just like eclipsed all of them.
No,
And that's
wait,
because
like-
people will check out those because it's the start one. They're more likely to click on an episode 1 of something. And also if they watch it the way they watch the Mutant Girl, which is like, they find a new video, they go back to the beginning, then that video is going to get all of the clicks because it's the first one in that sequence.
I think that. Go on.
No, I was just gonna say, like, literally, when I remember when I read to Jacob's video about how to do your Gacha series, that blew up, and then the first reaction to My Inner Demons, like, that also blew up. Like, a lot of stuff that I wouldn't expect me to, like, watch or anything blows up. Like, my latest Yu-Gi-Oh! Video, where I reacted to someone's video about where the protagonists are in Arc 5, it blew up. Not only that, I get a comment by the original guy himself. I even checked to see if that is actually him going, oh my god, it's so weird to hear my voice in that time speed. And I was like, no.
Well, you sped up the video?
Yeah, because it was a long video. And
that makes sense.
And then I had to do other stuff and everything. And I said, yeah, I bet, but I hope you enjoy our reaction and keep up to do work and stuff like that. And I even said to Junior, I'm like, Junior? And he's like, oh my god, we got recognized! Oh my god!
I will say, I think that there's a list of diverging paths to how we could have reacted to Plex season 2, right? Because there's the world where the extras were canon and no one can predict what would have happened there. But I think season 1 was so good that we expected season 2 to be good. But I think because of what you did with the trailer, we would have mocked that for all it was worth for the rest of season 2. So, and then of course, if you didn't do that trailer, I imagine we probably would have actually liked season 2 even more, even if we might not have expected to.
There's also the chance that I just wouldn't have watched the trailer because I don't tend to watch trailers of things. Usually. That being said, let's get back to watching this trailer for the new season.
Right. Oh, Bond's answer. I guess we were pretty sure.
Oh, okay, yeah. So the story would have stayed the same. The thing changed with the setting, some characteristics of the people would add Bond imagined to the story. They now be canon in the. Okay.
Right.
Okay. I'm just asking more questions about this because it's a story that never became, so I don't know what I do. Well, I mean that's just like that's like the essence of what ifery, I suppose. I mean,
yeah,
it's like you have to, it's not like you have to have a direct answer for everything in the moment. That's a lesson that you and Aiden both learned at separate times.
I mean,
I'm just
and
curious.
KW for that matter, actually.
I have multiple versions of Mira before Secrets of the Plex. I didn't know what's gonna happen with my character until I met with Bond.
I mean, yeah, that also kind of makes sense. It's the same thing with I didn't tell Jay what I was going to do with Pop and Empress in Mutant Girl season 1. In hindsight, maybe if I had done that, he would have been a bit more prepared for what was about to come.
What would have happened if I stick with the original plot where Crooked Lens and Messos were actually one and the same? Like, I cannot imagine it now because they're separate things. But jeez.
Of course, Jacob, there is also the world where had they known, there might have been a world where Empress and Pop wouldn't have existed in the Mutant Girl.
Well, that world would not be would not be dependent on them knowing what was going to happen. That would have been dependent on them not offering them up in the first place.
That was my only way to create a character.
Yeah. Which by the way, I will say in that world, because I have thought about this actually, there would have been like a different head bully character to replace Pop, and Empress just would not have been a plot device at all. Which also would have meant that I never would have had the idea to have other mutants in the series, meaning Moana would possibly have been the first one and the odd one out across the entire world, which meant she probably would have been a much bigger deal than she already was in the series. So,
my god, Bond! That was the only way to create characters, for heaven's sake, because the only character creation I had was literally Sims 4! What did you expect from me?
Hero Forge, that's what I use.
I think this was like slightly before KW used Gacha for the first time. I was gonna say MSP, but that works too.
Hero Forge is not even free?
Yeah, it is.
What?
Yeah, it's always been free.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's free.
Okay.
I mean, if you
I
want
might
to
have-
buy them, I mean, if you want to buy the mini for like an actual campaign, then that's gonna cost a pretty penny. But like, you can make the dudes for free.
Okay, wait. What is sponsored? Okay, Kitchery's hair doesn't line up. Whose hair? Kitchery? Which one's
Mhm.
Kitchery? The middle, right?
Yes, it's the middle.
They look lined up to me. To be honest, like I'm
Yeah, I'm
even.
not sure what you mean by not lined up in this particular case.
And
It's
you-
hard to tell
no,
because the hair's basically almost outline black, but or is outline black, so it's kind of hard to say.
Yeah, I mean, to me, I don't think it's outline black because unless she did the palette instead of the slider, because if you use the slider to make it to where it's black, you can make it almost as if it's outline black, but it's not really outline black.
This is like the bit where it's like, this is black.
feels like
this is
cheating
Adobe black.
Yeah, well, okay, hold on, but there's some using the slider. I'm gonna say probably is just cheating the system. It's like all the people who got flack for using outline black specifically now have like a loophole not to use it, but also still have like the same.
Exactly! I'm so
Yeah,
happy
like,
about
that-
So Aiden Emily cannot get me. It's like, I can literally say, no, look, I almost went to outline black, but it's not outline black, because if it was, it would be all the way towards the end.
Okay, but why though? It's not like the black that's above them looks bad or anything.
I don't know what's wrong with Aiden and Emily for me using outline black on certain outfits and stuff. Like, it's just like, I'm sorry, I think there's something wrong with them.
It's usually because like your brain like tunes them out. It's kind of like a similar thing to, again, to bring up Miraculous, I suppose. Probably a similar reason they actually changed her hair from the black they reference it to be in the show to visibly blue.
Oh, her hair was originally black?
Yeah, and I did actually check, and they do have that in multiple in like the other versions too. It's not just one dub. Yeah, that was the idea. But because like black hair is difficult to animate notoriously, that's why a lot of like blackhead characters get changed to blue in media in general, not just in Miraculous. But yeah, in the case of like
did not.
Marinette, Sabine, Kagami, yeah, all of them.
I don't remember that. Oh wait, I thought it was some Mandela effect where she did have black hair. Now I just realized, no, she actually did.
Yeah. Also, it's the Mandela effect, not the Madonna effect. Unless I think
English. I only speak baby, so I can say things right.
I thought you like Mandela affected yourself about the name of the Mandela effect.
The Madonna effect.
Yeah, maybe I've been Madonna affected, and now it is the Madonna.
But also,
imagine it's just an endless loop.
Also, I
No one
also
knows
just
who
gonna say,
I am.
Bon, I don't see what's wrong with Catrice's hair. I don't see what's wrong with her pants. I honestly like the pants because it screams.
It kind of goes with that scheme of like red and brown. That's a classic combination.
Exactly.
Or maybe it's like the shape of them, just the way they like flop over her shoes. They are in fact a trip hazard. I will give you that.
I also suggest whoever made these designs to explore the pants to shoes layering. There is a saying that you can cause pants to be in front of shoes, which would have been more better here. What? It's not blocking the but what? It's not blocking. Those are like sandals of sorts. They're like shoes that don't go up to the feet or anything like that. So like the pants are not harming the shoes.
I think those specific pants, the way that they tend to layer, they are just like Oh wait, yeah, because what you're saying is because they are definitely sandals. It's just the way that the pants are actually designed in Gacha Club itself. It looks like there's something underneath them. When no, there isn't in this case.
Yeah, I know. Like those pants are honestly fine. Like I would definitely use them if I have a character who's wearing sandals or something. Because like if you use any other shoe, it looks god awful or whatever. But at the same time, though, but like again, I don't really see the issue with the pants. I honestly really love the outfit. Like honestly, Odette's and Katrina's outfit, I love more. I wouldn't change the shoes on what's her name? The one in the pink dress.
Aurora.
Aurora, okay, yeah. I would have changed the
Borealis.
I would have changed the shoes a little bit to match more of her outfit, but yeah, Odette Kadri, mwah, chef kiss.
Yeah, I do like how they've all adopted like more mature outfits and in different variations. You know, they've embraced their own different senses of fashion.
Also, I wonder if
that's like a clue they've grown apart from each other since their days of like them being in school together, or whether or not because they did disband the ballet pops. So did they stay?
I just realized
did they stay good friends after what happens? That's my question for this
I
next season
know
now.
Eli probably didn't do this on purpose, but I feel like Kadri screams like female K-pop artist outfit because I could see like a female Korean artist.
Are you sure it's not Britpop? There is no difference. I'm kidding.
Wow!
I'm not going to go back to that.
But the languages.
Americanese!
A lot of K-pop songs are either purely in English or have a lot of English in them.
I have listened to a song where it's like in Japanese, Korean, and English.
That is also an option. Anyway, yeah, because that also, we didn't mention J-pop earlier, but yes, that is also a thing.
Ooh,
Anyway,
yes.
as a celebrate, we thought we'd give you some sneak peeks of season 2. From the head to the hips looks great, or from the head to the knees looks great. Well, season 2 has lots of drama, mystery, surprises, new songs, old faces, and new characters. Including a new character we'd love to introduce to you now. Ah, great, another person we get to judge viciously for the next 20 minutes.
Well done, though.
Hi, I'm one of the new characters. No, we didn't guess that. We were literally just told right now that you are one of the new characters.
Unless you're in
No guesswork involved.
Well, I think I think it's because Eli has a Discord server for pops and stuff. So I wonder if she did some sneak peeks in the server to
Or it could have been like an internal competition. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's probably what it was. Because I remember she was Eli was asking about like names and stuff, and I said some names, Treepaw said some names and stuff like that as well. So I don't know if it was this character specifically, but I remember there was like, hey, can someone give this character a name or something like that? And so
Mm-hmm. I play a big part of it. You mean in it, but yes.
Oh, there's God speaking.
Yep, which, in case anyone doesn't get that joke, this is our DM from Quest the Rising Sun. Again, check out KW's channel.
That is not what that joke meant. It says here, let's get to know you. God is talking.
what?
Where are you from?
Where are you from? Born and raised in Montreal, Canada. Ah, much like Saison Marguerite.
Fun!
It is the funniest thing. I'm reading Montreal, Canada right now, and I'm still reading it in a southern accent.
Born and raised in Montreal, Canada.
The bits are too mature. I always use those books for your kids or teens. So what do you mean too mature? What?
Oh, hold on. Wait, I'm missing out. Okay.
Yeah, I'm on the fence with the sleeves. Yeah, maybe the sleeves could be Ben Murder.
I think she's cute.
Exactly, I think she's cute.
I mean, a hair clip might actually be another nice addition. But then again, we don't know anything about this character. Maybe she is, she likes to dress professionally for whatever reason. Maybe they meet
adorable.
her. Maybe they meet her in her workplace. That could be a thing. I mean, again, they're all adults by this point, so.
Oh no, Bond just has no taste. By the way, that is a joke. Please don't take that personally, Bond.
Ironically enough, however, the question is, what is your favorite food and drink? So feel free to retain your honor here, Bond, and answer the question with what's her face?
Well, yeah, Grizel or something like that.
Yes.
Brazil?
Giselle.
Oh, Giselle. Okay.
I do quite enjoy sushi, and I love good soup, especially in winter.
Oh. Just say that's my favorite foods, yeah. Ah, for drinks, I mean there's water. I get the impression this is meant to be like somebody who seems to be just like a regular, like, boring person, but then turns out to be like the most interesting, person, just a normal girl with a normal life, but she has a secret, potentially. I don't know. Maybe.
That no one knows yet.
Yes.
Bon,
Probably
you
the
chose.
friends, but yeah.
Oh, Bon, what of all the foods you could have named? Why one of the ones that is probably my least favorite?
My favorite food would probably.
Oh, there you go.
be-
There you go. So this is Bob. Yeah.
Okay, wait. My
Just
favorite food
water
would
as well.
have to be I really do like
Pretty sure that's
pizza.
a water gun. They're gonna enjoy that.
It
I
is
do
a
like
water gun.
I do like pizza, but my favorite like food will definitely have to be like
One American I would know.
sub sandwiches. Like I love a good sub sandwich.
All right.
I drink cherry Coke and cherry Dr Pepper combined.
So, I don't know that this changes. I don't know that I have a top tier favorite. But I guess if I had to choose a favorite food, it would probably be either Brussels sprouts or motoskete. And then for dessert, cookies and cream ice cream cake.
As for my favorite food, it's whatever I end up getting for myself after this video is over.
Drinks, I simply don't have anything close to a favorite.
But I have been getting to teas lately. Wow, this card repeats itself more than sense by buns. Jeez. Oh,
favorite place to relax.
Oh gosh, damn, I'm gonna put the reverb filter on.
Library, my bedroom, or my mom's room.
I wish to rest at the library.
Literally any place where I still have internet, but also a place to read because I love reading.
I like the library too.
Yeah. There's a park right near my work. I love going there in my breaks.
Yeah, every time I finish off class at college, I would always just go to the top floor of the library, just hang out there.
You can watch the birds and the cyclists and breathe some fresh air too.
Groundhog Dog.
Favorite song?
Oh no! Oh,
don't got one. Check out my Spotify playlist. That's my hundreds of favorites, I guess. I don't have a favorite.
Okay. A song that I would most likely put on repeat for a really, really long time would either have to be Ruined Lullaby by CT5 or
That's the one. I think that one might be one of my favorites. Right? That's the one where it's like Sleep Little Baby, Don't Say a Word. That was the last song she had ever heard.
Yeah, that one,
Yeah, solid song. A lot of the Mimic songs go really hard, by the way. I don't know. I guess the FNAF music, FNAF music has always been
remember
really
how
good.
I said I wanted to finish this video soon?
Yeah. FNAF music has always been pretty good, but they really did really well with the Mimic, I think.
Yeah, anyway, Ruined Lullaby or Daylight by, I forgot his name, David Kuster, I think. I don't know. Something like that. Anyways.
I think out of the Ballet Pops songs. Oh, okay, this is going to be out of just the Ballet Pops ones. All right, then. There's one for season 2. Probably can't say much, though. Okay, that feels to me like Eli is saying that there's one song that that she thinks turned out exceptionally well, and we're going to get to look forward to whichever one that one happens to be.
Oh, Bon. El Tengo de Roxanne is also very good. I have the Anna Pantsu cover on my playlist.
Well, is that the... Oh,
that's the one that Bon's been talking about for a while, where it goes Roxanne, except it's much better than what I just did because I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay, that one. That is a good song, honestly.
Yeah, I performed this one actually, but in group in ensemble for like in a musical once. In fact, it was actually an audition song which I actually rehearsed and did an audition with Sophie because there was a male part of there was a male part and a female part, so we realized like, hang on a second, I am male, you are female. Let us just do audition combined. Even though for some reason, like, but the lady doing the auditions, well, she thought like we weren't gonna like come in time or something. Like, it's like, oh wait, no, we're coming in for your parts. Like, well, no, it goes in order. I know when I'm gonna come in. Anyway,
Ruin Lullaby is hello, Street 5. Yeah, Street 5 has good music. Ruin Lullaby is so good. I love its creepy aspect of like a lullaby and stuff. Like, come on, man.
It's
the
quite
Green Day
good.
musical,
Yeah.
no idea why. I mean, as someone who was in the Green Day musical, I can say not my favorite thing either, because it was just it was mostly just a medley of their songs with a very, very thin story. Apparently the album itself was meant to have a story to it, but that just didn't translate because whatever minimal dialogue was in between the different sections did not like justify like, you know, stringing them together or something.
There was a Green Day musical?
Yes. That's what I've been talking about.
God. Okay then.
Oh, wait, we forgot the actual answers from for her. So, in general, it's Cheese by Sarah Kang and It's Raining by Vincent Blue. Don't know either of those. Might look them up later.
Me either. I don't know.
Oh, hold on. Favorite season?
Summer. Easy.
Apparently
Winter.
not. Definitely fall. Everything is starting to cool down. The colors are so pretty.
Oh, you cooling down?
Lovely Things is such a good. Oh, Lovely Things. I love that one. I love it. Sorry.
Cats or dogs? For the love of everything.
Yeah. Dogs for me. Bon, I would suggest listening to the Reflection song, by the way, Bon. I think you'd like it.
Here's the thing, like, I love dogs, but I understand cats more, so that's why I prefer cats, because I just know they're like
I understand cats more. They speak to me.
Dogs.
Literally, people think I'm a cat whisperer just because the most grumpiest cat in the world, not the famous grumpiest cat in the world, but I had a grumpy cat that my aunt had or whatever, and every time I'm around, he's like the sweetest little thing in the world, and just want pets and cuddles and stuff like that. But as soon as I leave, he's just like, "What are you doing here? Can you feed me?"
I was in my head. I was going to say to you like, oh yeah, if you want to do like another like animal themed series, you know, much like Ponies was, you could just do cats. Then I remembered like, oh my, that's already a thing. That's already a thing that exists.
Yeah, that's a musical. A famous and infamous musical, depending on which version you're looking at.
Anyway.
Bon, it's by JT Music, but I like dogs. See, my dogs are the reason I get up. I know it may be hard to believe that I have such a thing as maternal instincts, but if you're a dog, you would believe it.
Whenever you said that, when you said my dog's gonna get up, I was just thinking to myself like a picture of like your dog just like barking or trying to shake you awake or something.
No, actually, I have so my youngest dog, a puppy, just which you could not tell by his size. He's a very large baby, but he is a baby, only a few months old. He does that. He'll come in real excited. He has no respect for if you're asleep or not. He will hop on you.
So there you go. That's the reason you get up. Makes sense.
All right. Yeah, no, I had experience with dogs, and I was like, yeah, I cannot read their behavior. Even though when I watch like dog videos and stuff about their behavior and stuff, I'm just like, yeah, no, I understand cats more. They're just easy.
Most of my negative reactions with dogs have been caught on camera because they tend to bother me while doing Walking Wednesday.
Sure. Yeah, I think dogs are weird. Like, well, you know, someone has to care for them. You know, they want to play with somebody.
Dude, dogs are so loud when they
They need plenty of pets throughout the day.
Like,
I understand that. I just don't want this person to be me because I'm filming.
Here's the thing: dogs are so loud when they bark and stuff. Yeah, like yes, cats can be loud too when they meow, but I can handle their meows more than dogs because it's not like
that does make sense. Yep.
A dog you just get used to. Some of them are actually quieter barkers. I've had a few who I am able to just ask to quiet it down, and they would do it. But cats, on the other hand, I know some cats that I live with to this day, who sometimes will meow in such a way that it sounds like a human screaming.
Okay. Also, to defend KW here in this case, I feel like, when comparing something that's, that she can handle versus something that's, in your own words, means it requires one to get used to, in a pinch, having to pick a preference, it makes sense to go for cats in this context.
Yeah, I have sound injuries
Well,
usually.
yeah, but like human babies are like that too.
Human babies are not one of the options, were they?
No, but I think that's why I like the dog so much.
I mean, right. Anyway, the great thing about being on the Ballet Pop show.
I have sound injury.
I forgot the filter. What's your favorite thing about being on the Ballet Pop show?
Huskies are screamers.
Probably being able to meet so many amazing people.
I used to want to.
My co-stars are very professional, and they are like family now.
My favorite thing is how much content it gives us.
Namely, none as of yet. I think everyone's going to love season 2. I certainly do, and I'm not biased at all.
No, of course not. It may not justify my entire existence, but I swear I love it.
I would love to see like an interview with somebody who's like actively like on a TV show or something. It's like, so what do you think of your show? Oh, I hate it. Just atrocious, terrible writing. Absolutely awful script. The director is insufferable.
I swear I've seen that bit somewhere, but I can't put my finger on it. No, I've seen someone has done that before, and I know that because something in my head is being scratched, but I can't tell you what it is.
Twilight?
No, I don't know. I'm gonna say that's not what I'm thinking of because I don't know anything about Twilight.
No, because I know for a fact like Robert Pattinson would talk about Twilight, and he's like, yeah, it's okay and stuff. It's a good movie, sure, yeah. But then like years later, he's like, it's abomination. It's like everyone's a creep and stuff like that.
That's just the sequel trilogies of words about their films during interviews. They couldn't say the movies were bad, but
maybe Twilight's not a trilogy.
Yeah, I just said the sequel trilogy, like Star Wars.
No, there's no, there's only 5 movies and 4
I just said Star Wars.
Oh, you're talking about Star Wars. I thought you were trying to say
I said that like 2 times now.
I thought you were saying like Twilight was like Star Wars and there was like sequel trilogy. I'm like, no.
It's because you said sequel trilogy in the middle of you talking about Twilight, and that's what made you confused.
Yeah.
And it is like Twilight. That's how the cast reacted to the sequel trilogy in interviews.
Uh-huh.
Hello, fellow Pops. It's been a while. I am back under a new name. Call me Moon. Now, on to business. Eat the Huns. Anyway, bring Juliet back, or you'll suffer the same fate.
Bon, I don't know that Jacob is ever really looking for new content to review. I'm sure his list is miles long.
I mean, it is, but I'm open to suggestions still.
To be honest, I was going to like send you my animation video just for you to see it, but I was so nervous to share because I'm like, it's kind of like it's just mostly music. It's not really voice acting or anything like that. But there is a story. It's just music playing in the background.
I was considering doing like your new Yu-Gi-Oh thing actually, but yeah, I decided like another day would be better for that one.
Yeah. Oh, really? Yeah. Okay, I want to be there for it.
Because I thought this was going to be a quicker one. I hadn't accounted for the fact that BB was going to be here.
This is pretty quick. It's only 2 hours and 10 minutes so far.
No, yeah, yeah. By your standards, that's not much. But again, depending on by Gacha review, sometimes we have been like an hour and a half occasionally.
Also,
anyway,
Jacob doesn't review music videos. No, Bon. Again, it's not a music video. it's basically whenever how you did those origin stories where there's like music that fits like what the characters are and it tells a story. That's what I did. It's not a music video.
Yeah, we're gonna see. Like, I have dabbled in music videos a couple of times in the past. In fact, I did actually do a collab with Apex 8 years ago, like with 4 of my own music videos.
Yeah.
Which is also where I heard the "I Have No Friends" song for the first time, actually, because that was combined with like 7 Deadly Sins in a weird montage of some guy. But yeah.
Oh god. Okay.
But yeah, like I don't tend to do like too much. But again, I mean, if people who've seen the reviews of Music Freaks, yourself included, will or FAFSA for that matter, will know that when it comes down to certain music videos, I can indeed rip into them a lot.
Yeah, it's not like a Zelda music video where I literally say, "Oh yeah, it's a music video," because like I don't consider that really canon. It's just a music video.
My name is
usually-
Luke, y'all. I'm straight out to Hyrule. Been on the Force of Good since 1986. Old
Oh my god!
you relate. Hey, we talk about Zelda music videos, so
I know.
Jacob doesn't usually react to them, but just because there's an inherent risk. But I mean, it happens.
okay. Well, yes, there's also the risk of copyrights, but again, it depends on the song because a lot of songs will be ones where you know, well, some of them based on like audio library stuff, or again, if there happens to be like a FAFSA video, for example, there's no
I
getting
actually
around
have
that.
to double check, but the song I used didn't get like a copyright claim on my channel, so like
The only Music Freaks video or musical track that has ever gotten me any sort of issues with copyright was the one that they custom made for the series, which I find to be exceptionally ironic.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Anyway,
that
why would
happens
you
all
want-
the time, to be fair.
But why would he want Juliet back? It's impossible to do that. Stay tuned to find.
Sure, okay.
Stay
I feel
tuned
like
to
you
find
guys
out how
know.
we. Yeah, stay tuned to watch how we dig up our dead friend. That's gonna be fun. I was actually kind of hoping that they wouldn't bring Juliet back, honestly, considering that was considering how much of an
really
impact
do
that
not want
was
to.
on like everyone. Yeah.
I really do not want to. I really hate that there are stories out there where like a character dies, but then he's still dead. Now, technically, I am kind of doing that with Misfits too. But there is a reason that is going to explain. So like, but I am planning like look. Here's the thing. Like there are going to be characters that characters are going to stay dead. I am not very good, but this for
Just not the lead, just not the main character and narrator of the series.
Yeah!
Funny how that works out, am I right?
There is a reason, like so like like I know that sounds like being hypocritical, but saying, "Oh, I just don't like when characters come back to life once like they're dead and stuff like that." But me over here writing Misfits where the lead comes back to life. It's kind of obvious because but like
I know this might sound hypocritical, but I'll accept also in the literal.
but yeah, but like there is like a full line explanation. Like with the whole thing with her death because like there's going to be explained, and so I don't know what Bob is talking about, so I'm just going to ignore it because
maybe the original role play potentially. Did Mira have a fake out death in that one? I don't know.
I don't remember.
Does she ever show
Okay.
up in a Disney sequel?
This
I
is a
don't-
Disney project, so
Oh god, imagine Disney owns Finance a phrase. Oh god.
Well, then it won't be a fake out death.
Jeez. But
it becomes 5 mornings at Mickey's.
but yeah, anyways, but like
The Five Nights at Treasure Island fan game series.
But yeah, anyways, I was just going to say that yeah, with Misfits book 2, it's kind of obvious like the lead's gonna come back, but not in the way that people think because
She's a ghost.
I mean, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if she were a zombie or something, considering how that how the story panned out.
She's been reincarnated.
You'll see, or I could just
Either that or
straight up-
the blood curse from the end of the book still is in effect, but it's just only just her body that's moving
Oh.
now.
Oh God!
I will say, knowing KW's obsession with Legend of Zelda, I think a reincarnation is actually fairly likely. I was spitballing at first, but I do genuinely think that's a possibility.
I mean, sure, but in the case of coming back to this video and as far as like Juliet's potential return, first of all, weird that only the villains like wanted her in the first place, because that looks like a new version of Silhouette, who was the one who, of course, murdered Juliet in the first place in order to because you didn't follow the family tradition in that sense. So if Moore and Silhouette are one and the same, then that's a bit of a strange idea, considering that was like a self-inflicted issue 8 years prior to right now. So that's kind of weird.
Yep, exactly, Jacob and Skrull, but you're implying that Julia doesn't have reason to come back this time, which we don't know yet.
Yeah, no, what I'm saying is that I don't like when that happens in general. Like, apart from, like, I get, like, even when it came down to, like Emerald's Secret, I thought it was gonna be like a reason that Aaron, like, with his ultimate physiology would have survived the fall in that it like went down. In fact, I was going to do like a whole theory about that. It's like, oh yes, this is why, from this like impact based on like Minecraft physics, with Ultima DNA, he would survive this, and then the cliff was like much higher than I would have anticipated, so it would have been pointless anyway. Yeah, didn't like how like that required like Irene to come back. Aphmau had a little bit of a journey; she had to struggle for it. I even complained what happened when Rib in the Dark set up the possibility in episode 1 of someone returning, and I was like, we're doing this already. Yeah, it's one of the things that I personally don't really enjoy too much. But going back to my stream, Melissa was the prime example.
We still don't
Melissa
have
was the
anything
first
taking place after.
Fantastic. The first, the Melissa situation, for example, that was the first death that people thought like, oh yeah, that she's not coming back from this. She's not a main character, and people actually that was like what set the tone for season 6. And then it turns out that it wasn't even the first death. The first death in that was like permanent in the series was not even that shocking, because by that point we were already so used to them. So yeah, that's one of my biggest complaints with My Street as a whole, the fact that Melissa came back. I don't dislike Melissa the character, but I do. I like the choice to keep her permadead more, because like if you're gonna commit to that. And in the case of this as well, considering how like it actually made people cry, like KW cried on camera. I remember.
Didn't like Aya come back and be like, "Hey, what's up? Like, why is KW crying?" And I'm just like,
yeah, exactly, something like that. Yeah, exactly. And like the idea of like her coming back, like it takes away something from that.
Right.
Yeah.
And so
it's kind of like if Mufasa came back in The Lion King or something like that.
Yeah, I know. Like Bond says, like no, saying no. I know, but Keith is basically for difference with her revival in the series. It has reasons, yes. So, yeah, and then which means that she thinks there won't be reason for Julia's revival. Yes, I don't think there's a reason for Julia's revival with Amiya. There is an actual reason why she's coming back. So I am worried that people are going to think I'm a hit girl saying, "Oh, I don't like it when characters don't stay dead or whatever." But there's going to be an explanation about why Amiya is going to come back, obviously, because like the way I ended the book, like. Of course, she's going to think, she's going to stay dead, whatever. But of course, a lot of people are like, no, there's going to be a trilogy. And somehow she's going to come back. And, like, there's going to be a reason why she comes back, Like...
My full name is Amiya Afton.
Wow.
I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to leave it at that.
But, yeah, so I think, like, in case of point, for, like, Julia's death, like, it makes sense for her to be dead and should stay dead, And and then like here's the thing, like honestly, when I found out Harry was going to be the Horcrux and stuff like that, I thought he was going to die. But they said, oh no, he's fine, he's alive. And I'm like, what is this point of his sacrifice then? Like I thought he was going to be murdered right there and then, like come on.
Well, I mean, he wouldn't be able to beat him by like dying. That wouldn't have worked in that situation for him.
I guess so, but me, kid brain, didn't think like that logically, like come on.
Okay, yeah.
What I'm saying
I
is we
suppose.
don't know that there isn't a reason for Julia's revival. We just know that she's coming back. We don't know why though. No, I, Eli, please do not bring Julia back. I'm sorry, please do not. Like, please, just only give a hint of saying, oh, she might
I
come
guess it
back.
could
But
be like he's like, the villain wants Julia to come back, but there's no possibility of doing so. That would actually, I don't think that'd be a bit more powerful. Like more, if more of his silhouette regrets the decision and then is like going out of his way to try and do that, kind of like a Hawkmoth situation almost, in a sense, like motivation of trying to bring
literally,
someone back, but futilely doing so. Right. I. This is a lot more to address. There's a lot more to unpack here than I have time for today. We'll talk
actually,
about
no,
that later.
yeah, actually, no, it wouldn't have caused it was about Neville, not Harry. No, it didn't talk about either of them. It's just depend on where Barnabas goes to. Like, it could have been Noble or it could have been Harry because they were born around the same month.
You know what? I said it was going to be more to unpack than that, but nope, KW unpacked it. That's pretty much it. Yeah. It ended up being about Harry because Voldemort deemed it to be about Harry. If anything, Harry was the chosen one by Voldemort. So,
Like,
that reminds me, the very first books I ever read, Game Night 999, Minecraft fan fiction that got published essentially.
Okay.
I still have all of those books.
ooh.
And in the author, Mark
Get out.
Cheverton was very active to responding in emails. And a big thing throughout is there's a prophecy, right? The user, there's not a user, because a kid from the real world gets transported into the thing, and Minecraft is sentient, yada yada. And so there's the famed person who's like a master of both worlds, and that was fine dandy. But then in a later like trilogy, they also introduce his sister and then his dad, who should have also fit that bill of user that is not the user. And so I emailed several times like, hey, do we know it's referring to game night? Could it not also be his family? And it ended up boiling down to him explaining what a plot hole was to me. Where no, seriously, he goes, oh well, that's what we professionals in the business call a logic hole. And yeah, I guess it could be, but I didn't think about that.
Please tell me you still have the email. Please tell me you have that.
Maybe here.
This reminds me of the Percy Jackson plot hole where like the prophecy ends up saying like a half-blood of the eldest gods so resisting against all odds, and they say like, oh yeah, so that's Zeus, Poseidon, and Hades, obviously. Meanwhile, all of Demeter's children get to just roam free, and she's not part of this like big oath that they took or anything like that. Like, for kind of Katie Gardner could have been the hero of the story the whole time. We wouldn't have that would have technically made sense.
Yes, you see why I'm trying to make sure book 2 doesn't have any plot holes. Like,
yeah, like it's yeah.
Yeah, that's
Of
what I
course.
mean. Like, because that's why I say like Mia has reasons to bring back to life. Because I know like, oh my god, I'm gonna sound like a hammer trick when saying this now. But like, oh wait, no. But I do have reasons.
This is actually one of the reasons that I still write books by hand, because the one I'm writing right now, I ran out of space in the first notebook, so I'm using a different one, but I don't carry the first notebook with me the whole time. So I have a concern right now of thinking like, okay, am I going to contradict something I set up in like the previous bit of the notebook, or even the same notebook? Like, okay, I wrote this like months ago to a year ago or something. Am I going to remember everything? But that's the beauty, because I eventually will have to pass that onto a computer form anyway, which means I'll have to reread it regardless, which means I'll be able to like cycle through and think like, okay, this doesn't make sense because of this or whatever. So
that's why I have like the
step.
latest copy of Misfits like in my hand and stuff, because I can like just look at through the chapters being like, okay, so what did I say here again and stuff like that. Like, for example, like if I forget some like character descriptions and I go back to see what the character descriptions are, or just look at some not exactly old design with the Gacha characters, but try and find like the ones that are like the closest or the latest, and being like, okay, so this is what I made them look like, okay. Or like, for example, let's say there was like a scene that he mentioned or something before, and I'm like, oh wait, did this actually happen, or that was just in my head, and then I had to look back. I'm like, okay, so yeah, this wasn't in the book, or like, oh wait, no, that's just in my head, so let's just find a scene that it still makes sense or whatever, and it still relates to it, but like a different scene and stuff, So I used to handwrite a lot, because when I try to do it on computers and stuff, I just give up immediately. But then as I grew older, I kind of realized like, oh, because I keep running out of notebooks, I keep running out of paper, because I keep using for different books ideas and stuff like that. I decided I'll just do it on computer. And yeah, it's not that I don't like I could probably find a notebook where I can use it for like, you know, write important notes and stuff like that. Maybe so that way I have something written on paper. But yeah.
I'm really disappointed now because I don't have the email.
Oh well, no worries. Okay.
Because we exchanged quite a bit, but that's the most memorable one though.
Yeah. So to wrap this up, then, yeah. So this little bit about Juliet possibly returning is a little bit iffy right now. It depends like how they handle it. Obviously, like we always say with these, you know, it's all about the execution, and like Ballet Pop season 1 did not disappoint at all in terms of execution. So we are in like good hands. Well, I guess as good hands as you could be with what was been set up here. So, who knows, really? Will season 2 be the downfall of the series, or will it go to even better heights? I guess time will tell. Although it is very strange to me. We live in a world where there's a very high possibility that Johnny managed to like convey be like this be the person to handle the death of a character the most effectively at the moment. There's a possibility. We're not sure yet. We'll find out. But for now, please leave a like or dislike because your opinion matters.